So I've got a Star Trek Next Generation with the classic problem of when people are playing it, it resets when they hit both flippers in the middle of the game. So I got the game on, got my meter on DC volts, and I go up here to the test points, put it on TP2, and check my 5 volts, 5.08. That is like perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. Now that's generated by the 5 volts on the driver board here. But the CPU board, which is the board over here, is what 5 volts has to end up as 5 volts, and it goes through some connectors. It goes through this connector, it goes through this thing here called a Z connector, and then ends up over on this connector. So what I like to do is take my test probe and put it on the bottom lead of this capacitor here and see what kind of voltage we get. Now I was doing this just a minute ago and I was getting 4.8 volts. Okay, so that's a huge voltage drop of 0.3 volts. So that means we've got a problem with these connectors. This Z connector is used to bring, it was only used on a few games of Twilight Zone, Indiana Jones, this game, Demo Man. Anything that used this little auxiliary board here, because that thing needs 5 volts, so to get the 5 volt power into a standard WPC wiring harness, they use this Z connector as kind of an additional way to drain off 5 volts to supply another board. So these are problematic. Anytime you've got connectors, they're always the weak point of the chain. So we have a couple choices. We can reset the connectors, which would just be pulling them off like that, pushing them back in, doing that on all 4 of these, and doing it over here. But the problem is if the voltage changes, let's check it now. See, now it's 5.04. 5.04 compared to up here, 5.08. You see there's no voltage drop essentially. So that means it is a problem with the connectors. So the wisest thing to do would be to replace these connectors.